hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, back from Bugfest. What a week. Oh my gosh, did we have a blast. Down there at Lauderdale by the Sea. Before that, we're in Jupiter for the big Force Blue event. Got some big news for you on that, actually, coming up a little bit later on as well. But man, I don't know. I'm basking in the afterglow of limiting out on Florida Spiny Lobster once again for mini season on the radio. Yes, the Lobster Slayer has won. Once again, Bug Boy did pretty good too. If you didn't catch the show, you ought to go back and listen to it because we kind of took you along on a lobster dive when we were out on South Florida Diving Headquarters boats. Captain Aria, Dave was there as well. All our old friends going out there and limiting out on Florida Spiny Lobster, just having a blast. And we kind of brought everyone along. It was a fun outing, to say the least. And today is the official opening of lobster season, the regular season. Actually, it was yesterday, I guess.
Yesterday.
Yeah, so the divers are out there trying to get their fill of lobster. They can only get 6 a day in Florida now, unlike mini season where we were able to get 12 per day. You got to, bring it down a notch. Only grab 6 lobster. But it was a good time indeed. So, Lobster Slayer, Bug Boy, Bug Girl, she did pretty well too. The Aqua Gypsy Brittany, she might join us at some point today. We'll see. And then the Crustacean Crusher, Jerry the Diver Guy. Well, we may have to pull his name back. I don't know. But he limited out. Right, Jerry?
I was there with you, buddy.
Okay, that's all he's getting. He was there. Good answer, Jerry. Good answer.
Some untold stories, but we'll keep them secret.
Okay, all right. Well, we had a good time, though. Even Vinny Two Tanks snagged him some lobster. Didn't you? Or did you get your license and actually do that, or were you just out on the boat being extra eyes and ears?
Well, no. You can still hunt. You just can't come to the surface.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. You were a spotter for the other lobster catchers.
No, I actually barehanded too.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you got your license then and participated.
No, I just did it anyway. And
no, that is...
There's no extradition from Florida, California.
Yeah, he's back in California now, so whatever he says can be used against him in a court of law. So he did not catch any lobster. He was just eyes and ears, extra eyes and ears.
I passed him to I gave him to somebody else.
All right, you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh.
Vinny, come on now. Jeez.
He's in Northern California. You can look for him up there.
Yeah.
Southern.
He was
not northern.
He wasn't catching them, just for the record. Let's just clarify that.
Yeah.
He was pointing them out to his fellow divers and say, "Hey, there's a couple. Here you go."
I did do that a lot, but occasionally
Right.
He was pointing them out with his looper, right?
Yeah, well, he helped. No, he didn't use it.
I just barehand.
Well, you were helping measure the lobster. But yeah, you're not supposed to participate unless you have a license there, Vinny. So we'll leave it at that. So we got that cleared up. Clear as mud, I believe, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, we had an awesome time, as it always is. And you guys want to hear the rundown of how Bugfest went? Like the biggest lobster and all that kind of stuff? Do you guys care?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Just for the record, none of the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad won any of these categories. And that has nothing to do with the fact that we all limited out on the radio. But for what it's worth, okay, so the biggest lobster caught boat diving, how big do you think it was, Barry? How many pounds?
It was like 5
on the boat
pounds or something.
Not a bad guess. 4.5.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty meaty lobster right there.
Yeah, I've never really taken a lobster and weighed it out to get an idea how much is tail and how much is body.
Yeah, well, I
Figured
mean,
about
anything
50.
over 3 pounds is a pretty good sized lobster, if you ask me. So 4.5 is pretty meaty.
That's pretty decent size, yeah.
Yeah. Second place was just over 4 pounds. And then the third place was like 3.5. So those are meaty lobster. The lobster where we were going after at Bugfest there at Lauderdale by the Sea, I think in general are bigger than the ones you'll get down in the Keys if you go down there for a mini season, because that's kind of where the lobster begin. And in general, you're going to see like smaller baby lobster, like just barely legal. You hear what I'm saying? Barry, back me up there, right?
They start down there because it's shallow water, and then as they get older, they start moving to the northern end of Florida.
Yes, that's what they say.
Retire up in the retirement communities up in North Florida.
True.
Like where you are.
Yeah, if you get up to Jacksonville, that's where the monsters are, where they report back that they're getting like 8 and 10-pound monsters.
They collect Social Security. They're on Medicare.
If they make it that far, they get nice and big and meaty. So Fort Lauderdale, I think, is kind of like the sweet spot for Florida spiny lobster. Let's see, the biggest lobster caught beach diving this year at Bugfest was just over 2 pounds. They found some monster ones before.
But that was at Lauderdale by the Sea. I tell you, it's a good reef.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had some great dives right there at the commercial pier. The conditions were just phenomenal. I mean, it was flat, calm seas, great for beach diving, just the reef in general there. It never fails to impress, but it was extra colorful and a lot of cool critters and stuff like that, and great lobster habitat for sure right there by Commercial Pier at Lauderdale by the Sea. Biggest lobster caught by a female diver was 3.5 pounds, thereabouts. And, we gave away literally thousands of dollars of prizes on Wednesday.
A table full of stuff. I've never seen so much stuff. I mentioned
we
that
did
to Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff.
There was a lot of stuff there.
Ton of stuff. We gave away some equalizer lobster snares, and it was set up different this year because we did all the giveaways on Wednesday night, which is the first day of lobster mini season, as opposed to the second day, which is when we've done this before. It's usually the cook-off and the giveaways are at the end of the event, but they moved it up and kind of condensed things. It was kind of a COVID thing. We're not sure how this is going to play. So let's change it up. And actually, I think it worked out better because, people won a lot of lobster gear, like an equalizer, like a Shearwater dive computer that we gave away from our friends at Shearwater, and all these things that they could actually use on day number 2 of lobster mini season. Barry?
And it gave people a chance on Thursday to go out again because you could dive till midnight Thursday.
Right.
So instead of spending it, watching other people eat the lobster that looked really good.
Yeah. Which I got a few samples.
Oh,
yeah.
You got samples?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. You had us working. They had me working, and you were making me go get drinks all the time. Hey, get me another mojito. Get me another mojito.
Okay.
Well, we finally found
your place.
Barry a job to do.
Thanks.
Barry the butler.
Barry the butler, right. But
I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But, it gave people another day to just go out there and do what they came to do, which was catch lobster.
Right.
I think it worked out better.
I agree. And I don't know why you didn't get any lobster, because they were giving away samples there for each recipe at the cook-off. Barry, where were you?
It was the same thing as my wedding. They had all the food out there, but every time I had to get up and do something for someone else, I never got to eat.
All right. You weren't focused.
Well, Lad brought me a nice little chunk of stuff over there.
Yeah, a little chunk of stuff. Yeah, he was. He was part of the team, the Frost team. The guys that won were from Gold Coast Scuba, and they made some fish tacos lobster tacos.
Lobster tacos.
And it was like, good. Whoa, wow, these are tasty. Yeah, so they got pretty creative on the 4 teams that were cooking up that Florida spiny lobster, and everybody on site. I thought everybody got a little taste if they wanted it. I'm surprised you missed out on that, Barry.
No.
But Barry the Butler does have a ring to it, and I'm going to remember that for
Barry,
next time.
go get me another one of those rum things. Or
Yes.
whatever it was that you were drinking.
Right. That's how you get by when you're not diving.
Margaritas.
Yeah, you got to mix it up.
It was some kind of strange margarita you kept getting.
Yeah, well.
The bartender already knew me. He says, "Oh, you want another one?" I said, "Yep."
Yeah, do you realize who you're dealing with here? We're not diving, so we got to drink. We're done with diving. So we had a few cocktails there in the square of Lauderdale by the Sea, celebrated the Florida Spiny Lobster at Bugfest. Oh, it was just a blast. You're going to have to plan for this next year. Vinny came all the way from California. If that doesn't, set up a testimonial right there, I don't know what else does. All right, more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Stay close. Just getting started.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all. Submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish.
He's Greg the Dive Master.
What you doing in my waters?
The show is a disaster.
I got something to show you.
He's Greg the Dive Master.
Hi there.
Master. Dive Master. Dive Master. Dive Master.
Come on, Greg. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Nart. Hello, fishies.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. No narking going on during Bugfest because we were maybe diving tops 20 feet of water right off the beach there at Lauderdale by the Sea. We didn't go much deeper. Maybe top dialed about 40 feet when we went out on the boat on day number 2. But we didn't need to. We got what we needed to got to the lobster and did pretty well. So we'll leave it at that. Now, Chiefy is our lobster hunting guru. He gave a seminar at Bugfest to kick off the event right before, the kickoff party on Wednesday. Guy, kind of gave everybody a head start. And we got Chiefy on Scuba Radio right now. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Life is great.
Yep.
That I'm on Scuba Radio.
Well, okay. He knows how to brown nose too. God bless him. All right, so we're in regular season now. You been out on the boat this morning already, or what, Chiefy?
Yesterday and today, Greg.
Yeah.
Regular season, and my strategy is just basically go back to where we did well on mini season.
Yeah.
And they were there.
How about that?
There. We the issue today and yesterday, it was that we got a lot of egg-bearing females.
Right. Uh-huh.
So I probably caught more egg-bearing females than I did, good ones, keepers.
Okay.
And, of course, we had a few shorts. But, that was the surprising part. Not that that's a bad thing because, in a couple of weeks, they'll hopefully drop those eggs. And then we'll be able to harvest those as well.
Right.
For regular season, So think about that. And in the future, right? We've got future little eggs that are going to float around and become, in a couple of years, are going to be regular legal-sized lobsters. So
there you go.
Yeah, we're golden, man. We're golden.
Well, yeah, when you don't like to catch females, but when you see them, you let them go as quick as you can. If you accidentally nag one, grab one and you didn't mean to, so it can come back and procreate and drop those eggs and grow into bigger lobster in the future.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. But we got some nice size ones today.
Yeah. What size?
We did here.
What is the biggest you think?
Pound and a half, 2 pounds.
Okay.
We didn't get anything huge.
Right.
We haven't seen those yet.
Well, somebody at Bugfest got a 4.5 pounder. You hear about that?
Albert. So Albert caught, brought that in, but I'm pretty sure that he had that in a tank. And he's been growing, he's been feeding him. Right?
Yeah. Fellow lobster divers have a tendency to talk trash. And I think that's what's going on.
I would check his credentials, along with his crew that he hangs out with.
Right. Okay.
Ricky
yeah.
and Julie, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I hear you. They get very competitive, these lobster hunters. No question about it. Yeah, so you didn't get the biggest or the Chiefy crew. And by the way, check out Chiefy.net online. You find out about his books and all that kind of stuff as well. But you did score. I mean, you won one of the big prizes there at Bugfest. How about that, huh?
What was really kind of the best part is, Neil Watson, who we call him the scuba god, right?
The dive god, absolutely. Yes.
The dive god, right? The dive god is Neil Watson.
Yep.
And he's the one that donated that prize, for two.
Right.
Trip to Bimini Big Game, 3 days of diving, transportation over and back, and accommodations at the big game.
Yes.
Oh, man. It's been a long time since I've been there, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was. Neil was there, and you won that particular prize, which was awesome, like a $2,000 value with, like you said, transportation on the Galleria. No, the Malaria.
Is a mall. It's a mall.
It rhymes with malaria. The Galleria, right? Or no, the Galleria. What? I don't know. The fast ferry.
The malaria.
It's a fast.
The Galleria. I can't ever say it, but it rhymes with malaria. I know that much.
Malaria.
He took a trip on the
Malaria. That's it. Right. You're right.
It could have been the Ebola, but he couldn't remember.
The Malaria. Fast ferry to the Bahamas from Fort Lauderdale. So yeah, it was a great package, and Neil was telling me, after you split and like we're going basking in the afterglow of your prize, he goes, I've been trying to get Chiefy over to Bimini forever. So this is actually kind of cool that he ended up winning that particular prize because he's been talking about coming over for literally like 20 years. I mean, what was the last time you've been over to Bimini, you figure?
I used to go every other weekend.
Yeah.
Probably like 15 years ago.
Okay.
I was going all the time, diving there. And then that stopped. So it's probably been a good close to 10 years.
Okay. So you're due.
I'm due. Exactly. And I know his son, Neil Watson Jr. is running it.
Yeah.
And his daughter, Beth, is doing the land base here. So, yeah, I mean, a great family operation. They do a really, really nice job there. And a big game. Wow. The history there. Wow. Buddy.
Yeah.
The history. That's
absolutely.
Incredible.
So who are you taking? Have you already picked your better half has to go, or are you going to look at someone like me like, hey, Greg, you want to go to Bimini?
so Greg,
Yeah.
here, you had this, the mermaid there.
Yes, yeah, Kristen, yeah.
Yeah, there is a picture of him, too.
What a beautiful girl. And,
Right.
I did offer to see if she wanted to go,
Right.
diving in big game.
That's not
she
creepy at
declined.
all. But
Was that when she got legs and took off running like
no.
hell?
All right, well,
Your dad was right there.
yeah.
He's a cool guy. I like him.
Yeah,
What a pretty girl. And no, luckily, Greg, here's the best part.
Right.
That was Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Friday, on July the 30th, was my 44th wedding anniversary to
Ah.
my wife.
Okay, all right.
Along with the 2 cards, I gave her the gift of going to Bimini big game.
Sweet. All right, that should do you for another 20 years or so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm covered,
All right.
man. I'm covered.
All right, he's golden, no doubt about it. Well, congratulations to you on the prize for sure. You earned it. You always catching all kinds of lobster, and that's how you get in on those prizes. And it's kind of nice to see someone like Chiefy, taking something away from the party to benefit himself for once.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
And the whole celebration there, Lauderdale by the Sea, that was their 9th year. Of course, last year, because of COVID, we didn't have it. But what a great event.
Yeah, it really did. It did so well, and a lot of people were worried, like, hey, how is this going to, go since it's been, over a year since we've been able to go after our lobster for Bugfest. But it was, the divers came out of the woodwork. It was a successful event. Year number 10-year anniversary next year. So start planning now.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to Nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. All right, hats off to Chiefy for winning that trip to Bimini at Bugfest. Check out his books, How to Catch the Bug, Cook It, fry it, eat it, whatever the heck. I mean, he has this huge book that tells you everything you need to know about the Florida spiny lobster. It's pretty cool. Chiefy.net is the website to go to. And, it's always fun to hear somebody win something that, is a little bit overdue. I mean, look, he gets his fill of the Florida spiny lobster, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to winning prizes, I mean, he's just like every other lobster hunter that participated in the event there at Lauderdale by the Sea. For every lobster you catch, you get a number, like a raffle ticket. And then we start, calling off the numbers there at the party. And people score big prizes like a shearwater dive computer. We gave away a Peregrine dive computer. We gave away a trip to Bimini, Neil Watson Scuba Adventures. We gave away Equalizer lobster snares. I mean, everybody scored big time. And pretty much...
You gave away a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you automatically, whether you catch a lobster or not, just for participating in the party, you get one entry. So you get one chance minimum. God forbid you get skunked. Which, gosh, that would never happen, would it, Jerry?
Well, I didn't.
It was pure coincidence. I went to Jerry. Right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway.
Jerry got drunk instead.
I think we're all equal right now.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's accurate.
But the season has begun.
The season is open now. And, they're out there, whether they got, females or not. I have to stay dry right now. If you see on Facebook Live and YouTube, I have this scar across the top of my forehead.
Lobotomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They had to dig deep to look for it.
This is my second one, so I got to stay dry for another week or two. But I'm planning another event to get down there to Lauderdale by the Sea, literally around the 23rd with our friends from Force Blue. We'll tell you a little bit more about that coming up. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Hey, look here. Every once in a while, okay, there's a technological breakthrough. All right? It's what we call in the business a game changer. They got these things today, I'm telling you. You can go deep sea diving with one, okay? First, there was the clapper. You got the slap chop, George Foreman grill. Then you got this little baby right here, okay? It tells you all the stuff about the oxygen content in your tank. If I'd have had this thing back in high school, the depth, okay, that you can go, you talking about do some math. That watch does that? No, this thing here only costs $25. It's a calculator.
He's a high-tech diver, underwater man of mystery, a genuine survivor with all the latest dive technology.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Yeah, that's me. And still basking in the afterglow of Bugfest 2021. It turned out way better than I think most people anticipated, to be honest, because, it was interesting. In this time of COVID, we, a lot of people were probably put off their plans till the last minute. Now, sometimes that can come into effect if you're a Florida diver with just the conditions of the weather, and you're kind of watching the weather, and that may determine, what you want to do. But I'll tell you what, we had a lot of people coming from far away to participate in Bugfest. I honestly thought Vinny Two Tanks was going to be the furthest traveler for Bugfest, but that ended up not being the case. Did you hear about that, Vinny? Are you with me, Vinny? Wake up, Vinny. Turn your mic on, Vinny.
I thought there was 5 other people from California, but I didn't hear of any other further than us.
No, there was. There was someone international that had come into town. Jerry shaking his head. I don't remember where they were from, but they were from somewhere overseas.
Was it South Africa or something?
No,
like that?
I thought it was South America. They won a prize too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he had won it several years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, he had won it. He was a free diver.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't know if he was.
Was he from Lake Titicaca?
He should have been.
Got that in.
There was a woman who won a prize, and she was from South America.
Okay, we'll go with that. But yeah, I mean, people came from all over. So the Bugfest is getting bigger and better than ever, and everyone thoroughly enjoyed it. So next year, plan accordingly, because once again, it's going to be the 10-year anniversary of Bugfest.
And Steve is already planning so much for next year, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's going to have a blowout.
No question about it. Plunge Beach Hotel will probably be the host hotel again, and we're going to be going out there and participating. So, like I said, mark your calendars for the last Wednesday and Thursday of July 2022 and join us. Now, we gave away a lot of great prizes. I don't know, do we have Kevin from Equalizer on the phone? Kevin, you with me? Kevin. Hello, Kevin. No, I guess we don't got him. I thought maybe we had Kevin. Yeah, because we gave away a couple equalizers there at Bugfest and just had a blast with everybody on site. But they got to use the equalizers that they won on day one, on day two. Now, I did not hear from the winners on how they did with their equalizer because there's a little bit of a learning curve on these things, not much. But it's a one-handed lobster snare that uses, kind of a string-loaded action. Jerry was using his. I was using mine. Our buddy Dennis and his son were out there playing with some equalizers that we'd brought along for people to try.
You also had the Moray lights out there that you gave away?
That's right. We had some Moray dive lights that are dive lights and rattlers.
Yep.
In one. MorayDiveLights.com.
That's
Trevor.
what the rattling sound I heard was.
That's right. You got to get the attention. Hey, I got lobster here. I got lobster.
Hey,
they're all ignoring
lobster?
they're ignoring the rattles, doing their own thing. They don't realize what they're missing.
Yeah. Now, people on Facebook and YouTube, I apologize because Jerry the diver guy was just doing the hand motion that you make with your rattler. That looked very disturbing. But he was
like a shake weight.
He was trying to he was trying to illustrate what it's like. Yes. Be careful there, Jerry. Be careful. We're trying to do a
they're awesome,
PG-13 show. But anyway.
Look at that. He came back.
Wow, that's weird. Yeah, we got to talk about this. Jerry was involved with a lot of things. He was trying to get these lobsters. He had some success, and then he didn't. But he was making a lot of racket underwater with his shakers, trying to get people.
I was even shaking a rattler to get y'all's attention when the big eagle ray come between.
Well, that's true. We were focused on lobster, and I missed that. CJ missed it as well. We were focused on lobster.
Everybody missed it.
But Jerry was shaking his lobster, trying to get people to stop because someone else was carrying the flag, and I told everybody before we left, like, no one get away from the dive flag, unlike the year before. So we had to be careful, and it worked. I mean, it did. But Jerry was shaking his rattler quite a bit, like, hey, stay! I'm trying to find a lobster. Stay right here. And he was shaking that thing like crazy, and having a good time.
I told you all, slow down.
Yes.
You're going over the lobsters like crazy.
Yeah.
You're going over the reefs. You have to slow down. You have to look behind you.
Well, just for the record, it made no difference whatsoever. But regardless, he wanted us to slow down, and we did, and we made the best of it. But I think Jerry has something else going on because he was having he was having a good time, as we all were. But we found out, and we didn't talk about this on the air last week because I was like, hey, we gotta discuss this. Jerry, I think it was when we were at the Force Blue event in Jupiter. I'm hanging out with Jerry, and we got up the next day after that event, getting ready for Bugfest. We're at breakfast, and he goes, "Hey, take a look at this video." He goes, "This is my camera in my home back in Virginia." And I look at it; it's a black and white video, like one of those closed caption camera things, like a Ring camera type deal. And I'm looking at it, and all of a sudden I see this orb float up out of the floor. I'm like, holy crap, Jerry, are you possessed? What is, you got ghosts? He goes, yeah, I don't know what it is. What do you think that is? He says, I've been getting these all the time. He goes, I said, you need to put this out on YouTube or something because I think you are possessed. Jerry, the diver guy, is being haunted. And
not possessed. The house is.
Well, I don't know. It could be following you wherever you go. I mean, it could have followed you lobster diving for all we know.
Well, we need to call B and get her to have an exorcism. Get this
Valentina, our psychic mermaid. Right. maybe we do need to reach out to her because, I was shocked. Jerry was blowing this off like, I don't know what to think about this. Is it okay to talk about this? Because you were a little hesitant to even bring this up.
Well,
it's kind of too late now.
Crazy. Thanks for throwing me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you say people are going to think you're crazy?
Crazy? No.
Look, the bar has already been far exceeded, Jerry. There's nothing to worry about there.
That hurts.
Seriously? I think it's, first off, it's clicking gold. We need to put this out on Scuba Radio if you'll let me.
Well,
can you?
We got up that morning and I had like tons of notifications on my phone.
Yeah.
And, I just grabbed it and took off and ate breakfast.
Right.
I'm going through it. And then I was like, oh, look, the critters that I have that's running around outside wild here has set the alarms off.
Yeah, he has cats and skunks and, gophers and all. They set off his...
raccoons.
They come to his door,
possums.
ring the doorbell, and it sets off his video. And he, that's kind of normal, I guess, for the mountains of Virginia. But floating orbs out of the floor of your, interior of your house. This is like Ghost Hunters TV stuff.
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Have you ever felt you've been, got up in the morning, you've been probed or something, or, what? You felt like you've been violated in some way that I know you're a big fan of the spirits, that makes you a conduit to the other side. But
did you get rid of the monkey bear? Please tell me you threw it out.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
That was a whole nother thing. But okay, so we're kidding, but we're not. But this is the honest God's truth. Jerry has this video of orbs floating through his. It's an apartment, I guess, right?
The house.
Oh, it's a house. It is a house.
A trailer, Greg. It's a trailer.
All right. What is the history behind? Are you like, did you build your house over the top of a ancient Indian burial ground or anything like that?
That. All I know is you can look out the window and there's a cemetery.
Okay, that's the first red flag.
Yeah, that would be an issue.
Yeah. Are you near any bodies of water or anything like that? Is there? You couldn't have a
Jerry,
spring.
They only moved the headstones, Jerry. They didn't move the grave.
Oh, wow.
Does your television talk to you at night?
No.
They're here. Okay. All right.
Jerry got probed by an unknown ghost.
Well, I don't know where the probing came in.
No probing. No nothing.
Talking about probing.
Greg added to the story.
Well, I'm just saying, when you're kind of taking a tickle
Greg
stick
wants to be probed.
at the Lobster, I'm wondering if the ghosts are going to like tickle Jerry out from under his bed or something after one of the. It's crazy stuff. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Larry, I'm freaking out.
Why?
Florida's spiny lobster season is almost here, and we could end up as a diver's dinner.
Lenny, you and me are the defending tag team hide-and-seek champions.
But they...
And even if they do spot us, we're masters of escape.
Oh yeah, Chris Angel? Try escaping the equalizer.
Oh, crap.
Limit out with the lightweight trigger-operated Equalizer lobster snare. Get yours now at Florida dive retailers and lobsterlooper.com.
I know how you feel about fish people.
No, fish people are the worst, okay?
Scuba, scuba.
I think you should give it to me.
Scuba, scuba.
What?
Scuba boy, won't you take me there too?
You know, baby.
Scuba boy, won't you take me there too?
That was a party.
Scuba boy, won't you take me there too?
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, Jerry the Diver Guy, and the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad with me as well. He might be possessed by spirits. We don't know, but he's being haunted. And I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm sure it's something we're going to have to document for the interwebs and get this out for everybody to see for themselves. I've seen the video. It's creepy. And there's something going on there that is out of this world or beyond the realms of explanation. Bob, Barry, what do you say?
Stay tuned for World of Ghosting next.
Okay, that could happen. It could.
Well,
it could happen.
either way, Greg.
What?
I've got my buddy Gonzo on here now.
Gonzo the Great.
Well, yeah.
He's on the ghost. We can shoot him.
Excuse me? I don't even know what he means by that. It's a combination of drinking spirits and being, haunted, I guess. I don't know.
We can't go into the golden poltergeist.
Yes, so we don't need to go there. Gonzo is with us from Force Blue, forceblueteam.org. We've been working with these guys for a while, and we had a great time in Jupiter with them, tagging turtles.
Super time.
At Turtle Town in Jupiter. Next time we head back down to Lauderdale by the Sea, August 23rd. Once again, forceblueteam.org. You can go there and find out about the Pepsi Summer Tour. We got links to it at ScubaRadio.com. Gonzo, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful. Doing absolutely wonderful. How about you guys?
We're still basking in the afterglow of Turtle Town and Bugfest. Boy, that sounds disturbing. But regardless, it was a blast on both events. And, I was very impressed with the way Force Blue brought together these teams up in Jupiter and did some just great work monitoring these sea turtles, catching them and measuring them, putting them through the paces, giving them like a turtle physical is basically what you guys were helping these guys do. And I learned a lot about sea turtles at that event. That was really, really something. But the one in Lauderdale by the Sea is totally different. What are we doing down there for that Force Blue event?
Yes, so from there, we're going to be sea and land. So we're going to be looking at stony coral tissue disease. We're going to be monitoring for that, identifying that. We're also going to be counting certain species of fish, seeing who's there on the coral reef, who's coming back, who is departed. And then we're going to have the land component. As you know, we have many people who come to the beaches, come to enjoy it. However, they don't leave with what they brought.
Yeah.
So
little beach cleanup thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So and we'll do that as well. Just clean up, and then most importantly, just getting the community involved. With the help of ScubaRadio, more Jerry than Barry.
What?
I think you better take that and reverse it. I'm just saying.
Gary's going to be stuck up taking care of his ghost.
Look, Butler.
Look.
Okay.
But just educating the public on the wonderful things that we do at Force Blue.
Yeah.
But also working with, like I said, organizations such as ScubaRadio and our scientific partners, just educating the public of just how important it is to care for our marine environment.
Yeah, and like I said, monitoring the stony coral disease issue has been plaguing the reefs throughout Florida and if not the world, and they're going to be doing some work with those folks. And we're going to be down there doing a show that week with them as well, so you're going to learn more about it right here on Scuba Radio. The bonus on top of everything else, and you can participate in this whether or not you're on site with us on August 23rd down there at Lauderdale by the Sea or not. And that is this big raffle event that they're doing to benefit Force Blue. It's like $3,300 dive gear package from Ziegel. And I'll tell you, it's impressive. It's in the Force Blue colors. It's an impressive list of gear. And we do have a link to it right there at ScubaRadio.com on the right if you want to click right to it. But if you go to ForceBlueTeam.org, you might be able to find it as well. But, for a small fee to be a part of the raffle, which benefits Force Blue, which is doing all this great work, you might score some major dive prizes. So it's pretty cool stuff that you guys are doing. And we're going to announce the winner on August 23rd at that event, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With you guys' help, we're going to announce that winner. And just to break it down, the cost of one raffle ticket allows us to provide a piece of gear for one of our special operators who's returning to become involved with caring for marine environment. So people think, well, what can I do to help my special operations veterans? Here you go. You're helping raise some funds and allowing us to care for them. And you might have the chance, like you said, of winning an amazing piece of gear, lots of gear,
right?
That we've utilized all around the world in places seen and unseen.
Well, unlike the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad or myself, I mean, these guys at Force Blue are quality individuals. I mean, and it's just worth your effort to come out there and meet them and hear some of their stories and just, their enthusiasm to protect the marine environment is infectious in a very good way. And you guys do great stuff. ForceBlueTeam.org. Go there, check it out, support them any way you can with the raffle or just support them any other way that you see here on their website. And we look forward to seeing you there in August. Okay, there, Gonzo?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Who from the crew is going to be there?
Well, me, and that's all that really matters, right?
Thank you.
Maybe Mermaid Kristen. Who knows? We'll see. She's actually participating in Miss Mermaid USA. We're going to check in with them next, right from that event up there in Virginia going on this weekend. That's coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Stay close.
They all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown? Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, connected via the web with the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, made up of Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, even Casey the Tobacco Nut joining us now.
Hey,
And
good to see you.
to entice the group, we definitely, when you bring in someone like Casey, you got to bring in some like people to offset the negativity, the scale. You hear what I'm saying, Casey?
Nutty versus nice.
Okay, there we go. Nutty versus nice, naughty
Beauty versus ugly, Greg.
Okay, Beauty and the Beast, or Beauties and the Beast.
You just lost space on the boat.
Okay, that's right. He has a boat. Be careful, Jerry. You might be
I can't help it.
Out of luck. All right, yeah. So, Mermagic, or let's see, what Mermagic Con? What is it? Mermagic Con is going on this weekend in Manassas, or where? Where is it exactly?
Yes, Manassas, Virginia.
Manassas, Virginia. Okay, and Mermaid Kristen is up there, one of our Scuba Radio mermaids, representing Miss Virginia and going for Miss Mermaid USA at this event. We have a couple of the folks. Are you guys like the promoters of that event? Who do we have?
We're actually the co-owners of Mermagic Con.
Okay, all right. So what's your name? What's your name? Go ahead and share. What's your name?
My name is Sienna Ackerman.
Sienna.
And I'm Morgana Alba.
Okay, so Morgana and Sienna. What are you laughing at?
Greg will butcher your name.
Yes.
We apologize. We apologize in advance.
Hey, mermaids don't have ears. They don't know, right? You guys are just go with the flow, literally.
These are the big bosses here.
There you go. All right. Well, this is like the largest mermaid convention in the world or something, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Even this year it is. It is. We have hundreds of people, typically from all over the world. Obviously, with travel restrictions, it's domestic this year.
Sure.
Yeah, people come from all over the country. People come for the competitions and for the convention, and it's just a grand old time. A lot of fins in the water.
I'm hip. I've seen the pictures. If you go to, I believe it's mermagic-con.com, you can find out more about this event that Mermaid Kristen is at this weekend with you guys. And where is she? Is she competing right now? I don't see her on the video.
They were just finishing Miss Mermaid competition. So
okay, there's all these different categories for this competition that she's participating in, and I guess the culmination of the pageant part is happening at Mermagic Con. Is that right?
Yes. So the state competitions happened online, and people just submitted their application with their activism work and what they want to get out of it. And the state queens were chosen that way. And then they did a semifinal round to choose the top 25.
Right.
And we had the top 25 title holders competing live at Mermagicon for the Miss Mermaid USA title.
Okay.
And that title actually goes on. There's an international level.
Yes, that the big well, it's already a big deal. I mean, Miss Mermaid USA, that's kind of a big thing. And Kristen, once again, is Miss Mermaid Virginia already. So she's going for USA. Now, I know you guys are the ones that kind of co-own this project or this Mermagicon thing. If I give you like a Scuba Radio T-shirt, she doesn't need the help, but will that grease the wheels for her to get Miss Mermaid USA?
We don't actually make that call.
What?
The pageant is being held at our event.
Yeah.
So we own the convention.
Yeah.
And
There's no one you can brown nose for us. We're not on site, Sienna.
I'm in Washington D.C. If I had
okay. Oh, you're in the competition too. You're going up against.
I have a whole ass convention to run.
Can we trade her in for the winner?
Say again?
Yeah.
Can we trade her in for the winner?
Who, Kristen or
Yeah,
Sienna?
Kristen.
Okay, just checking. I don't know.
Hey, if you'll take her in and trade, I'll send you a Scuba Radio hat.
Oh, you can't have her. I need her.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. See that these mermaids are very possessive. So can you blame them? Yeah. Look at it. You guys look beautiful, by the way. And I'm sure this whole mermaid thing. We kind of joke around, but there's this whole culture of mermaids that has taken over the planet. Where and like you said, you guys have created this event. And it's like the largest in the U.S., if not the world. So it's kind of cool. I dig it. Yeah. And how did you guys become mermaids yourself, by the way? How did this start?
Go ahead.
Well, so I watched a YouTube video, and for real, I wish I had like a crazy background, but my boss at the time looked at me and was like, "Do you know that people actually meet up and swim as mermaids?" And I was like, "Wow, I could never see myself doing that."
Yeah.
Here I am.
And here you are heading up one of the largest mermaid convention of its kind. How about that?
Yeah. And actually, she found me back in 2017.
It's been in 2016. Yeah, I found her online and adopted her.
Yeah.
I always tell people, like, I tripped and fell backwards into mermaiding. Like, this was really not at all the plan. I'd gone to school for engineering, and then I was working as a circus professional. So there's a whole leap in there.
Wow.
I was mostly an aerialist. Like I did the aerial silks and the hoop and all that.
Yeah.
And I was sort of like branching out, getting to learn new things. So I learned stilts and I learned fire, and I was like, okay, let's learn mermaid.
Sure.
And it just took off. It got to the point where I didn't have time to book anything else. So
and all you had to do is sell your voice to the sea witch, and you grew a tail or something. Is that how? Yeah.
I see your hand raised. Do you have a question?
I had a question. You guys never went to Wikiwachi as children or anything?
No.
You guys know about
Those are fake
Wikiwachi
mermaids,
in
Barry.
Florida, though, of course. Yeah. Yeah,
those
that's
are fake mermaids, Barry.
Hush up, Jerry.
Yeah, no, that's
We
it.
were the first radio Greg's not allowed there anymore.
Yeah, well, that's a whole.
That's a whole different story. Yeah.
They're getting that vibe already, guys. Don't need to
I'm not sure
illustrate.
we're going to allow him here.
Yeah,
No.
well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm way more innocent than all these other guys that you're seeing online. So just for the record.
Look, I live in Virginia, and I could be there right now, Craig.
Yeah, why aren't you, Jerry?
Yeah, I mean, where are you?
You have security at Mermagicon, right?
Because the courts say 1,000 feet away from the.
My bodyguards wouldn't let me come today.
Oh, golly. All right.
Talk about what they could do, but you show up, we can put you in a tail. So
Yeah,
Well,
don't
we may
let
do that
these
in March.
don't let
They
these
don't make tails an extra wide.
Yeah.
Oh,
They do.
Uh,
Don't you know about the Society of Fat Mermaids?
The whole group.
There's a society of fat mermaids?
Yes.
Society of Fat Mermaids.
Barry, you have a shot.
They call them walruses.
Okay.
beach whales.
I think
We might be able to help that whole society take it to the
manatees.
next level. I have no doubt about that, ladies. But
they are, man.
but yeah, I mean, are you scuba diving too, or are you breath hold divers? What do you think?
We're both certified free divers. I scuba. Do you scuba?
I will be scuba certified in January.
Got it. All right.
Wait. Why January?
Why? Well, we're
Yeah.
going to be in
Because
Jamaica.
we're going to Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica. Yeah, that'll do
I
it.
mean, you have all this time now to get certified before you go to Jamaica.
It's cold
Well, I'm
now,
getting
Jerry.
certified in Jamaica.
Yeah, the water up here is not pretty warm or clear.
No, and let me tell you
Well,
what.
I
after
live in
running a
Virginia. I know
convention
that.
for 3 years, I would rather get my cert in Jamaica.
Yeah,
All right.
I can imagine that compared to the waters of Virginia. I mean,
Yeah,
that's why
it sucks
Jerry, we
up
can't
here,
keep him
Greg.
out of Florida. He keeps coming
Yeah,
down
I
here
mean-
and bugging us.
Lake Phoenix is nice, but
No,
Yeah,
it
but I'm not diving
sucks.
that quarry.
Right.
At
But you
least
got
South Florida-
mermaids.
South Florida's a whole lot better than Lake
Come to
Phoenix.
mountain divers, freeze
Yeah.
your butt off.
Okay. All right.
No.
Well, okay. So the mermaid competition going on this week or weekend, and we'll find out by the end of it if Kristen gets USA. Miss
Yes, they're going to
Yeah,
be
we will.
crowned live tomorrow.
Nice.
At like 8:30 or
Okay.
so.
All right.
I
And
think she finds out tonight if she made the top 10. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if she'll find out tonight or tomorrow. But
okay. All right.
y'all
Well,
got to support your girl.
yes, we've been trying
How do we
as
support
much as
her?
we support her by not being there because that would
mean,
just
is
bring her
there-
down.
Is there online voting or what?
there was for the creativity costume contest, but that one's already closed. So,
Yeah.
you know, Jerry, had you been here, you could have held a sign or something, but I see how it is.
Well,
Okay.
you
Look, our
blame her
mermaid-
for that.
Our mermaid throws axes for a living.
That's true.
If she loses, we're out of here.
That's right. She's an axe thrower. Did you guys know that?
No.
No.
Yeah. Be
And
careful.
that's
She'll cut you.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm also an
She'll
actor.
cut you.
I should have connected.
Oh.
All right. Well, it's
throwing
crazy.
axes in
It's a good time. We will monitor this and hopefully have some big news for everybody next week. Check it out, mermagic-con.com.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
ScubaRadio. Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with ScubaRadio. ScubaRadio. The world's first radio show devoted to diving. ScubaRadio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Dad, we have a bug.
Bug hunter, he loves to hunt bugs. He's a diver with an attitude, an underwater thug. With stealth, speed, and agility, he combs the ocean floor. No matter how many bugs you catch, he's always gonna catch more. Yeah, he's the king of all the lobster slayers, and the word has gotten round. Everyone knows something's gonna die when the bug hunter goes down.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. We got the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad connected via the web, and Mermaid Kristen has joined them. I guess, I don't know, Kristen, I'm seeing your hair fly all over the place. Where the heck are you there at the Miss Mermaid USA?
She's in a tornado.
She's in a tornado? A Sharknado, maybe.
Sharknado 20.
I'm sitting next to a fan.
You're sitting next to a fan? They want your autograph and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're Miss Mermaid Virginia. Oh, look at all the other mermaids. Look at there's
Miss Mermaid, Illinois.
Illinois and Virginia are.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Follow me on Melanie the Chicago Mermaid. Also, she makes beautiful, beautiful tops.
I made her top that she's wearing.
Yes, I know. I noticed that. That's impressive. God bless you. So so we just talked to the organizers for that Mermagic Con thing that's going on, and you're out there by the pool doing what exactly? Are you actually doing part of the pageant right now, Kristen, or what? What can you tell us?
Yeah, I did. I finished mine at like 3:45.
Yeah.
Right now, all the girls that are participating in the pageant are doing the underwater posing part of the competition, as well as the underwater distance swim.
Yeah, you got to swim underwater free diving, just holding your breath. Is it a thing like how far you can swim on a monofin or how fast? I know you're going through hoops underwater and all kinds of crazy stuff. Is that it?
No hoops. But,
no hoops. All right.
You have to, for full point, if you want the full point, you have to swim 50 meters underwater.
Yeah.
On one breath.
Is it a speed thing too, or just the fact that you got to be able to accomplish
it's just
it?
a distance.
Okay,
It's just
gotcha.
that you have to be able to accomplish it.
And
So
then you got a model for some pictures underwater in the pool there too, I guess.
Yeah, so we have to demonstrate that we can pose underwater in our tails on one breath. Get like a good shot.
Oh, there you
See how
go.
well we pose underwater.
Well, and Kristen's a pro. She knows how to do this and look fabulous underwater.
Yeah, but she's broke down, Greg.
What do you mean she's broke down?
Are you going to be able to do this, girl?
Why? What's wrong?
I already did my part.
Oh.
Why do you say she's broke down, Jerry? Why would you say such nonsense?
She's broke down.
You're saying she
What does that mean? What are you saying? What do you mean she's broke down?
My accident.
That's a
Talking
mean
about her
thing to say,
accident,
Jerry.
Oh, you mean she's handicapped because of her injuries that she's still healing.
Yeah.
But you're doing fine today, right? Are you? Or are you feeling the
I didn't
pain?
do as good as I wanted to do.
Yeah. Why? What? How did?
I didn't swim as far as I wanted to.
Why? What was the problem?
I just since the accident, since I had my fractures in my spine are right behind my lungs, and I had
Yeah.
a collapsed lung in the accident. I can't hold my breath for as long as I used to be able to.
Okay. But you still got through the
Yeah.
50-meter swim, though, didn't you?
Almost.
Uh-oh. Okay, you came up a little short.
So, yeah.
Well, they got to,
I still got points, so it's not like you don't get, I just didn't get the full amount of points.
I got you. Okay. Well, you'll make up for it in the underwater photos and just looking awesome and being a member of the Scuba Radio
We have the pageant
Scuba Squad.
stuff tomorrow.
There
so
you
we'll
go.
make up for it
Is there lingerie and all that kind of stuff? Is it a regular thing? I don't know. I mean, I'm asking.
All right, Greg.
No, it's like a regular beauty pageant thing, isn't it? Don't you guys have like dinner dresses and things?
You have to do a cocktail dress.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's all we have to do.
Eh, some people wear cocktail dresses. Is there lingerie? I've heard
Yeah,
of this.
okay.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, I have no doubt, Kristen, you're gonna do well. And we slipped him a Scuba Radio T-shirt. The people are there at the event. So
It'll probably take away points.
yeah, they'll probably take away
I don't even
points.
have a Scuba Radio T-shirt.
Oh, that's true. Well,
Wait, he didn't bring you one last week or the week before?
no, of course not, Barry. You wore it.
No, you
It took him a
because
while to
I
get me a
ordered it.
hat. I
Yeah.
finally got a hat for
pre-ordered
my
it.
birthday.
Yeah. No. For the record, Kristen, you can have Barry's hand-me-downs. That's how we roll. Okay.
Well, if Barry's wearing it, you could fit two mermaids.
Well, she'll use it as part of the
Use it for her
nightgown
lounging wear. Yeah, there you
nightgown
go.
competition.
A hammock.
Okay. Well, Kristen, I'll let you get back to it, and we wish you the best and look forward to an update next week, okay?
Go,
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and get one of the other contestants to talk to you because she's a free dive instructor. She's a scuba. She's big into the dive world. I can't remember exactly what she does. She just finished her lap. She
Okay.
did 75 meters.
Wow.
Underwater.
Oh, okay.
But,
All right. Well, why don't you see
but if
swim
I can find her,
around?
I'll
If
get
you
her.
if you swim around, if you can get connected with her, let us know, and we'll bring her on. Okay. But otherwise, you get over there and do whatever you need to do to win that competition. There you go. Mermaid Kristen, one of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad members in Manassas, Virginia, competing this weekend. All right. Look, we're going to move on for now, though. I have Rodney on. He is Rodney, you've been listening to Scuba Radio for some time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, since Bill was on.
Oh, geez. A long time.
At least since probably 2008. I think.
Okay, so I definitely owe you an apology. So let me just get that out of the way up front.
Has it gotten any better?
No. Let's just don't give him any
We
ammo.
traded out Barry for Bill for Barry.
Yeah, well, good point.
That was a
But
bad deal.
yeah, okay, quiet, you guys. Let me talk to Rodney. He actually reached out to me a couple weeks ago for an event you guys have coming up, and we sent him some Scuba Radio stuff. And and the event is where and what exactly, Rodney?
It's a lake called Greenbow Lake. It's actually a Greenbow Lake State Resort Park
Okay.
in the far eastern part of Kentucky.
Wow.
It's right. If you look at the Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio state lines where they come together, it's about 10 miles from each of them.
And obviously a dive mecca. Is what I would think.
Yeah. There's let's see, the only dive shop right now that was in the area closed 2 years ago. The next closest one's about 100 to 120 miles away.
Wow. I mean, you sound like Jerry.
Down in my neck of the
I know. That sounds like Jerry the diver guy, when he reached out to me and I said, "Where's your dive shop?" "Well, I'm in the mountains of Virginia." And, diving is really popular there, but it would surprise you how this happens more often than not. So we're going to talk to Rodney a little bit more. He's going to join us. Who knows, maybe we'll check in with this dive master friend of Mermaid Kristen and Manassas. We got a lot of stuff going on. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Rodney is my guest right now. He's there at the border of Kentucky, and where exactly again, Rodney?
It's right where Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia come together.
Okay, so you got the three states right there. Obviously, it's the first place you think of when it comes to scuba diving. That's a place I want to go. And I kid, but there is diving there, and you guys have a lake,
Absolutely.
and you know, like every local place across the country. I mean, like right now, this would probably be peak time to dive a lake like that in your area, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
So the
yes.
water temp is what right now there?
Surface temperature is right at 80 to 82 degrees.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like when you get down to about 20 feet, it starts to get cold.
To hit the thermocline and it drops
Luckily,
20.
The thermocline there gets to maybe 74 normally.
Okay,
it's
all right.
It's a little chilly for a 3 mil, but
minor shrinkage, but it's not totally, unacceptable. Right. All right, and then how deep does it get?
The actual dive area that they've got set aside, it only goes to about 34 feet.
Okay. All right. So it's a shallow place, but it's a place for you to get wet during the summer, to stay active and And if you can't travel, which, that's a little difficult sometimes right now, but you guys make the best of it, get your diving friends together and just go jump in the lake.
Absolutely. It's actually one of the clearer parts of that part of the state.
Yeah. All right. And the event is for what again?
We're doing a cleanup dive for that part of the lake, plus a little bit farther out. But we're clearing out as much trash as we can possibly get in one day.
Okay, and that'll be when?
It'll be September 18th. That actually coincides with the World Cleanup Day.
Okay, cool. Website where they can go to, or we can find it on Facebook, I believe, right?
The best place to reach is on Facebook. It's Greenbow Lake Scuba is the best way to find it. And we're all volunteers.
I love it. And you got to support things like this. More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
So they say, put your mask on, take a deep breath, suck. Okay, I got it on. Then they give you this tube that you stick in your mouth, and the rest of the tube is supposed to stick out of the water at all times. This is very important information.
A mask in a tube and a ping pong ball was standard equipment, they said. A mask in a tube and a ping pong ball suspended over my head. Glung, glung, pop, bink, bink, bong, bong, glung, glung, pop, bong, bong, bink, bink.
Damn, that was annoying.
Yeah, it is. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. We got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Rodney with us. I just want to make sure I get this out right before I let you go, Rodney, because you got to go jump in a lake, right? As soon as we're done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he gets this all the time. Yeah.
I'm at work right now, so I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. His wife probably tells him, "Hey, there you go, jump in a lake. Leave me alone."
She encourages me anymore. So,
well, it goes with the territory. But I just want to make sure we get it out there real clear. If you're in the area, there at the three states of Kentucky, once again, what is it? Kentucky where?
West Virginia and Ohio.
Okay. And the name of the lake is?
It's Greenbow Lake.
Greenbow Lake. And you can look it up on Facebook and find out how to participate September 18th, right?
September 18th, yes.
Yeah. And just do a search on Facebook for that. You can connect with Rodney and their gang and maybe support an event like that. You ever had a mermaid out for one of these cleanups, or would you want one?
We actually have not.
Well, we have two standing by, so we'll put in a word for you. Okay, Rodney?
Okay.
All right. Works. There you go. You have a great day and get back to work before they fire you.
You guys do the same.
All right. No, we don't work here. Are you kidding me? That's like a dirty word, a 4-letter word we're not allowed to say here on Scuba Radio. But I love hearing from folks like Rodney. That's awesome that they're getting together and gives you an opportunity to get wet. If you can't travel, you got to make the best of what local diving you have. And a lot of the times those local spots really surprise you. Throw in a mermaid, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. You could be in your bathtub having a good day, right, Jerry? Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. No, so Kristen is back with us from Manassas, and she's brought her, is this a free diving friend, mermaid, or just a mer friend, or what is this, Kristen? Who is she? What do you got?
This is Miss Mermaid Nevada. I just met her this week. We kind of messaged a little on Facebook, but I thought she was a pretty interesting person that you guys would like to talk to. She does a lot in the dive world and whatnot.
Oh, look, she has her own cheering section, too. That's impressive. Yeah, they're like, we got Miss Mermaid Las Vegas, baby. Yeah, are you a gambler? What's her name? What's your name? I didn't get that. Anybody hearing that? What is it?
Hold on. Let's walk this way for a sec. Her name is Rachel.
Rachel, Miss Mermaid Rachel from Nevada. She's got to shave her head, and that's all I heard. I don't know. They're moving around.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Rachel.
The camera over so I can hear you guys.
Well, there you go. I appreciate that. So, Rachel, you're Miss Mermaid Nevada. So that means you gamble, you work the strip, and swim around in tanks and stuff, or no?
Actually, so I work in Nevada and in Washington. I am a mermaid instructor, and I also I've joined the dark side with the freediving, but I was working as a dive master in Thailand for a season as well.
Oh wow, okay. So you got some serious skills. So did the mermaid thing just happen as kind of like an offshoot? What?
Sorry,
What?
it went back to headphones. We didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay, let me repeat that one more time.
Let her plug in.
Yeah, it's nutty because they're literally on site at Miss Mermaid USA, this Mermagic Con event. So it's a little nutty. 2 strings and 2 cans. What do you expect? But we got Mermaid Rachel from Nevada. Worked in Thailand. So when did you become a mermaid? When did this thing happen after your kind of diving life and just kind of have an offshoot and became a mermaid too, or what?
No, so actually I was working as a fire performer for about 10 to 15 years, and the market started to get a little saturated. So
Wait, hold on. You're a
professional mermaid.
A fire performer. Is that what you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
So you set people on fire, and then what does that mean exactly?
I've only set myself on fire on purpose for a few stunt trainings, but
Wow.
most of the time it's just eating fire and spinning fire around your body.
And I tell you what, I thought Kristen was impressive. They're throwing axes, and here
No
we.
way.
Wait. And people were clamoring to get this job. You're saying it just filled up with people that wanted to become fire performers?
Yeah, so you'll see it a lot in some of the performance arts communities. People that are able to do it professionally for a long period of time. And sometimes you see it in the diving community as well. Like when the market is flooded with new instructors, they will, to get more experience, they'll reduce their rates, and it kind of undercuts the market for everybody else who does it professionally. So it's how I got into mermaiding, but at the same time, mermaiding for me is also a way to use arts and freediving in a way to get people into ocean conservation. So
I love it.
A lot of us here.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, Kristen uses her axe throwing, skills to basically say, hey, you better get in the ocean and learn how to dive or I'm going to cut you. So you kind of do the same thing.
Well, she does it with fire. She'll just burn them.
Exactly. She'll brand you.
She'll brand you, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Rachel, we're joking around a lot, but it is, mermaids.
So serious here.
Well, of course. but the mermaid things, you're like ambassadors. People are like, hey, what, you're a mermaid? Holy crap. And then you start talking, you find out they're dive instructor, and they've been all around the world, like you said, Indonesia and stuff. So you have a ton of stories, I guess, that you can share with people, and that will like entice them into our little scuba diving club. That's the way I look at it. Do you kind of work that angle?
Dark side.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's not the dark side, the blue side, the good side. I'll go.
She's from Nevada. Is she going to be at DEMA show this year?
Well, I
in
don't
Vegas?
Know. Yeah.
Oh, I actually was not aware of the timeline of that, but in November.
It's November. Yeah, middle of November.
Well,
yeah.
We need all the mermaids we can get at DEMA.
Yes. Don't creep her out now, Casey. Come on, calm down. Yeah, but I will say we've never had a fire throwing mermaid before, Rachel. So that would be a new thing for us too. Are you near the Las Vegas area? Is that where you reside generally, or no?
Yeah, so I purposely got a spot that's 34 minutes from rock climbing and 34 minutes from Lake Mead. So
wow, nice.
Ample amounts of free diving and rock climbing in opposite directions.
Okay, when you're not doing all that crazy stuff, I mean, do you don't work one of the shows or something? It sounds like you have the skills to be in like a Cirque du Soleil show or something.
Yeah, I was actually working on a show prior to COVID. I was working for Celestia at the Stratosphere. If you've been there, it looks like the Space Needle.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit, and obviously it hit the performance community fairly hard. My backup job is also a pharmacist, so I went back to working full-time pharmacy.
Wow. You haven't been doing anything, it sounds like to me. You must be bored to tears.
She doesn't sleep either.
Exactly.
She has mad skills.
Yeah, mad skills. It's impressive. Well, that's cool, Rachel. I wish you the best. I don't necessarily want you to take the title of Miss USA because we're kind of letting Kristen take that, okay? But we want you to perform right up there.
It's totally cool.
Yeah, well, share the crown. Yeah, maybe, who knows? But that's awesome. Hats off to you.
Miss Mermaid USA's from last year.
Wait, who was?
Yeah, and I think that's the cool thing here.
I'm sorry?
She was Miss Mermaid USA last year?
What did you say, Greg?
Is that what you said? Rachel
No,
was?
there's two girls that won it last year.
Yeah.
There's two winners last year.
They split the title, huh? So that could happen. That literally could happen. All right, well, ladies, you need to work your magic. Work your magic.
Burn the competition.
Make it happen. Because Rachel, it's impressive. Yeah, you teach Kristen how to throw fire, and she'll teach you how to cut people with axes. Okay?
She does some pretty cool stuff already. Teach me how to swim 75 meters underwater.
Yes, yeah. That was on one breath, 75 meters, Rachel?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's the cool thing about freediving is like when I was working as a dive master, they ended up putting me on the snorkel tours all the time because I was one of the few people that like to go on breath hold.
Nice.
But yeah, so like
Oh, it makes you a better scuba diver, no question. Just a consumption of air supply and looking better underwater because, it kind of ties into the underwater modeling thing. If you're a good free diver, you can get those bubbles out of your nose and all kinds of crazy stuff and look magical, like mermaid-like as they're competing for there in Manassas, Virginia today. Well, congratulations, ladies. We wish you the best. We got more coming up.
Scuba Radio. Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hi, Larry. Florida's spiny lobster season is open and the divers are coming for us.
Fear not, my quaking crustacean. We're way too fast for those bubble-blowing morons.
But they have the equalizer.
The equalizer?
The equalizer is a lightweight lobster snare with a one-handed band-powered trigger that grabs lobsters fast. Get your equalizer now at Florida dive retailers and at lobstersnare.net.
Larry, duck in. I can see your antenna.
Yikes.
The equalizer lobster snare at lobstersnare.net.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the party.
We're gonna have some fun without a dive. At the party, scuba party. Now don't stay behind. Don't get left out. At the party, scuba party. Now the scuba party is here and it's here to stay. At the party, scuba party. If you want some fun, it's the only way. At the party, scuba party. We're gonna dive in and swim all about, move around just like the truck. Now at the party, a big party.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. We have a Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, Casey the Tobacco Nut.
Yes, sir.
And if that weren't enough, and it obviously isn't, we brought on some more big guns to help us out today. Aria, Captain Aria from South Florida Diving Headquarters with us on the phone. Aria, how are you? How you doing?
Great. How you guys doing?
We're good. Not as good as you because you went out diving this morning for lobster for the first Saturday of the regular season, right?
First Saturday of regular season opened up yesterday, and we've got awesome conditions down here. Flat seas, blue water temps about 87 degrees.
Go ahead and just tell us to suck it, losers. Yeah, because that's where we should be. Yeah, she pretty much did that in a longer way. But Aria, I wanted to bring you on because we weren't able to stay through the entire weekend last week for mini season and participate in an event that I know you were a part of, and that was the Dive Heart concert on the beach right there in front of the Plunge Beach Hotel. And I heard it went pretty well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Dive Heart Music Festival, awesome organization. And it was such a good time. We had about 300 people come out to support us, and we actually raised just over $30,000.
Sweet. Diveheart.org. Check them out. They do great work it's like former military people that have had a challenge or, something happened to them in their service. And you guys kind of work with them as certified Dive Heart instructors and take them out and get them diving to give them something to do and realize, hey, look, even if you have, you're missing a limb or whatever the challenge that you were given when you were serving in the military, you get them out in the water and they realize with that weightlessness that they can still get out there and do some really cool stuff, right?
Absolutely. And it's also not just for military. It's anyone that has special needs. It could be a TBI, a traumatic brain injury. It can
Jerry.
be with Jerry there. It could also be someone with cerebral palsy.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
We have 2 young ladies with cerebral palsy, and that their mobility is limited, and we take all types of walks of life and all different types of disabilities.
Yeah. And you're one of those instructors yourself. You do that personally, right, Aria?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
She does so much stuff.
Rewarding.
And she's an impressive boat captain to boot for South Florida Diving Headquarters. So, Aria does a little bit of everything. But I know this is like your personal passion. You love doing this just on a personal note, right? You get a lot of, I don't know, it feels like you're contributing, or what is it that you like about it so much, Aria?
It's all the feel goods that you expect, when I'm sharing a passion that I've had my whole entire life and then made a career out of it. And then to be able to introduce other people to it, and just like what you were saying, that there's more to it, should something happen, especially from some of our veterans, if that they have missing limbs, or someone that was either born with a disability or an accident happened and it caused a disability, that there's more to life and that there's still other things that you could explore than just being confined to your chair and being weightless and being able to be underwater. And, we took a group over to Bimini just last month and having people underwater for the, first time. And you could just see the amazement in their eyes is about as big as their mask. And we're all crying underwater because it's just so awesome.
Well, yeah. And they can't see your tears, but they know they're there because it is very emotional to watch. And it is a great way to give back, and when you see them underwater, you see them light up like that. It is impressive. I've been fortunate enough to see some of that. And I know Dive Hard just actually did a big symposium this week where they were giving presentations on how you could become a diver like Aria and become one of these instructors to work with these folks and help out in that regard. And you're going to be doing it again with a similar organization in August, is that it?
Yep, with Thresher Aquatics, we are going to be doing a course on the 24th of this month. and we'll be getting other dive masters, instructors, people that have the interest in wanting to become what we call an adaptive dive buddy, to be able to get in the water, and they volunteer with all of us and, you know, help assist, learning how to do transfers, learning how to be with people with different disabilities, and learning how to basically adapt to their disabilities. You know, so that you can assist in the water.
Well, the common thread I hear from all the people that do these type of programs is that they get more out of it, they think, than the people they're trying to help, because it comes back tenfold when you give your time like that. So hats off to you, Aria. Great work. And who knows, maybe we'll have to participate in that event in August and join you for that. We'll see how things evolve over the next few weeks. But in the meantime, you take care and get back to eating your lobster you caught earlier, okay?
I did. All right. Well, thank you so much. You guys have an awesome weekend.
Awesome is you know, the way to say it. The only way to make it better is if we were in the water with her. But we'll have to wait till tomorrow, I guess, for that. Right, guys? You think?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
Just in the water with her pretty recently.
Yeah, well, we did. Yeah, at Bugfest, and we're going to go do it again. So we'll plan accordingly, and you should do the same. All right, well, look, on that note, we're going to wrap it up for this week. Till next time, remember, it is always better. Where, gang?
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, you know, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.